What's up, everybody? You feel this beat right here? Here we go. Hey! We about to stamp this out. So if you feel me, come on.
Hi everybody, Cindy here with Stampin' Chick Creations, and it's Monday, which means we are going to have a very fun night creating some cards. So I'm going to wait a minute for people to hop on because it's just 7:15, and I know it takes a second or two for the systems to catch up and all those fun things. So, well, I'm waiting for people to hop on. Just a reminder that if you're watching this on a replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments so that I know who is watching as a replay. So hopefully you can catch it live, but the great thing is you can always go back and watch these videos later on if you need to. So as you hop on, say hello so that I know that you're here. And if you're new to the channel or to the page, welcome. So if you're new, I am the face behind Stampin' Chick Creations. And hello, Sharon. And I am actually in Brigden, which is a small community outside of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And so Brigden is actually, Sarnia is actually a border town to the United States. So if you're new and just catching me for the first time, welcome. Hello, Paula. So tonight's card, before we start, because I see there's a couple people hopping on. There's Susan. I just drove through Dresden tonight on my way home from Chatham. So as we are waiting for more people to hop on, just a reminder that tomorrow our sale starts. So that is a really great opportunity to stock up on your paper, your inks, and your ribbons. Okay, so I do have a post coming out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with the details on that. So get your list ready. Can you guys hear me? I hope. Susan's saying no. Can you hear me? Okay, I got a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm thinking, yes. Okay, good. Whew. I checked my volume. I know I'm okay. Susan, you may have to log out and come back. Okay. So yeah, so the sale is coming out tomorrow, or starts tomorrow. So the 14th to the 16th. And I don't have all the details in front of me. I think it's like 20% off. And then, so paper, ink, and ribbon, I think it was. I've been at a craft sale all weekend, so honestly I feel a little bit behind, and I was supposed to be off today and end up having to be in Chatham to meet my manager today. So I'm behind, so bear with me. All right, so I see we have some people on. And the other thing I want to mention super quick is the last chance sale got released to demonstrators today. So that will be coming out shortly, but I would not wait. Honestly, get what you want now because things are going to sell out very, very quickly. All right, let's see if I can get, oh, where's my camera? I've lost my camera. All right, what happened to my camera? Let me just try something here. Maybe we're all having technical issues tonight. This is my camera. There it is. Okay. Whew. I was like, what happened to my camera? It's disappeared on me. All right. So I forgot to tell you a couple things that you need. I forgot you need to tell you need your paper trimmer. So grab your paper trimmer, and you're going to need some sort of an element and a sentiment. Okay. So if you want to take a second and go grab that, I will wait for you right here. And just so you know, this is something I've wanted to do for a very, very, very long time. It's been on my list, but I kept putting it off because I thought it was really complicated. And then I tried it on the weekend, and I was like, that is not complicated. Why have I been putting this off? Right? So So if you're just hopping on, say hello so that I know that you're here. All right, so I have not even scored my cardstock yet. I literally came over after driving in from Chatham and I got my cardstock cut, but I did not get anything scored. So I'm going to take a second while you guys are getting your cardstock or your cutter to do that. Now I have an extra piece here that I'm just going to go ahead and going to score just so that I have it done. Okay, so tonight we are going to make 3 cards. Actually, I'm going to probably make 6 cards. You can make as many as you want, but my guess is once you see how simple this is, you are going to want to do the same. Okay, so hang on. I got to move this light. There. Is that better? Okay. So I'm going to move my paper cutter for just a second. Get that out of the way. So you need 3 card bases. This is what I told you. You need 3 card bases. I have to bring my light up from downstairs. So I'm going to use Shaded Spruce for my first card. Okay. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay. And then I told you that you needed 3 pieces that coordinated with your cardstock. That was 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So I'm using, Pretty Peacock. So Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock. Okay. Is what I'm using. And then I told you 3 pieces of Designer Series paper. So this is your standard card base. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I told you that these had to be, I hope I told you the right measurements, 3 3/4 by 5. Is that what I told you? I hope so. If not, it doesn't really matter probably because we can cut it down. But, so I'm using this paper. So I'm actually going to use the same print, but I'm flipping one over. So if you're not familiar with this paper is actually the Forever Forest Friends one. It's at the front of the book. If you were at my soiree, you got this pack of paper for free. Okay. And this is the one that is actually a donation. So Stampin' Up! Is donating $4 from each pack of this paper to the Red Cross of Canada. Okay. Super cool. So what we're going to do, I did tell you that if your paper was directional, it just limits you. But once you see what I'm doing, I think you'll get the concept super quick and you can modify your cards. Okay. So I'm going to move my card bases and my other card pieces out of the way for right now. What I want you to do is I want you to take your 3 pieces of Designer Series paper and I want you to like literally stack them on top of each other. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to clip them or like paper clip them or binder clip them or whatever. You don't need to, but if you would like to, you absolutely could do that. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we are actually going to come in with your paper trimmer. Now, when I did this the first time, I'm going to show you what I did. I did mine with 6 by 6 paper and I had extra bits left over. So my next batch that I'm going to do with 6 by 6 paper. Okay. Because I want you just to see how easy this actually is. The DSP should be different, Bev. So that's why I just chose the same print, but I'm going to use the back side of one and then the front side. So I'm going to use, these are the 3 I'm going to use, but this one is actually the same paper. Okay. And you'll understand when I do this why you want them to be different. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to, there's no rhyme or reason to this, by the way, which you're going to love, right? Because it's just like, go ahead and chop away. So what you're going to do is you're going to put all 3 pieces of paper stacked together in your paper trimmer. Okay. Now I am going to leave it up to you as to how much of an angle you want to put your paper on. Oh, how about the bases? The bases could all be the same as long as they coordinate with your Designer Series paper. So I just picked colors that were within my Designer Series paper, and that's what I'm using. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to go ahead, and so I'm not measuring. I'm not really putting a lot of thought into how I'm cutting this at all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this. Okay, I'm going to pull this part away. I'm now going to come in here with all 3 pieces still attached. And then I'm going to just kind of come in and I'm going to do this one this way, just to be different. Okay, so I have 3 really weird looking pieces of paper that you're like, I don't get it. I kind of did the same thing, but I'm going to show you what I did with my original. They're not done, but I'll show you what I did to try this concept. And I think once you get the hang of it, excuse me, you are going to love this because there really is no rhyme or reason and every card is going to be different. Okay, so I'm going to very carefully move these over just so I can get my paper trimmer out of the way for right now. And I'm going to bring that back to do my next set of cards. So this is called Stack and Shuffle. So if you have not seen this, I'm sure you've seen this with other demonstrators because everybody and their brother is doing this right now. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then what you're going to do is go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what we're doing is we are mixing up our patterns. Okay, now let me bring in my base, or not my base, my first layer. And I'm just going to move these over here. Okay, so this one is going to go like this. This one is going to go, hang on, I have to think about this for a second. This one is going to go like this. No, sorry. This one's going to go like this. This one's going to go like this. So what we're doing is we are putting our puzzle together. Okay? So you have to you have to think about it for a minute. And if you do it right, you actually don't have to think about it. But in my little pea brain, I do have to think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. I'm not leaving any space between my papers. So they're going to be butted up straight against each other. So I'm going to decide how much of a border I want. Okay, this is half on the mat and half off, so I need to move that. Okay, so when I said directional paper, this is why. Because if I was not cautious on how I cut this, my trees would be upside down. So if you're doing this for the first time, you probably do not want to use directional paper because you don't want to mess up your papers. Whereas I've seen this actually done with the paper that I can't think and glue at the same time. The online exclusive paper with this with the sleigh. Okay, and it turned out beautiful, but you have to be careful as to where you put your cuts. Okay, so is there probably an actual formula of how you're supposed to cut this paper? Yeah, probably. But the really awesome thing about this technique is that I'm going to make 3 cards here in a matter of minutes, and they're all 3 going to be different. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side for a second. I'm going to bring in my next one. So depending on how you cut your paper, you're going to have a totally different look. So if I put this one here, and this one here. Okay, so that's going to be my second card. Now, can you move your papers around? Maybe. I didn't get that far, honestly. I just love the fact that I can cut 3 pieces of paper and make 3 cards very quickly without a lot of thought. Now, can you run this through your embossing folder to add some texture to this? Yeah, of course you can. I didn't do that because my die cutter is out in the living room, but so you see I'm not leaving any space between my papers. Now, could I? Yeah, I could space this out so there's like a little bit of a break here and here. I'm actually going to cover this up with my elements, so I'm not going to worry too much about that part, but okay, I'm going to move this over. Is anybody confused by this concept? How many of you have already tried this? Because I know it's out there in the stamping world. Everybody is doing this. I'm a little late to the game because honestly, it kind of scared me a little bit. I was a little bit intimidated by it. Hi, Janet. Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, so I would see these online. I'd see people doing them and I was like, that looks really complicated. And then on Friday, maybe Friday, I don't know. My days were all mixed up. I sat and thought, okay, I'm going to try this real quick. I had a few minutes before I had to leave to go set up and I tried one. I was like, okay, that is not hard at all. So this one's going to go like this. So Janet, I am sure I was having to switch up paper, so I'm behind. That's okay. This is fun. You for me. Yeah, this is, so the possibilities of this is pretty cool. And I'm going to show you my next one, what happens when we use 6x6 paper, because a lot of us have 6x6 paper. And I know 6x6 paper sometimes we struggle with because we're not really sure what to do with it. So I'm going to put my glue here. Okay, I'm going to bring in all 3 cards, or 3 pieces, not my cards, because they're not finished cards yet. So this is what I have. So you can see how different these have turned out. The exact same layout, but totally different, right? Okay, so now let me go ahead and put these onto their bases. So I'm going to bring in those shaded spruce base. Where's my bone folder? I'm just going to crease that nice and well. Okay, I'm going to glue these down if my glue decides to come out. So I know we all have pretty designer series paper out there that we're really not sure what to do. What to do with it because we love it. This is an awesome, awesome way so you can actually send out the exact same card to your friends and not feel guilty because they're all going to look different when they get them. So they're all going to think they got a different card, but it's actually the same card, just switched up. So you have to also be careful on the pattern that you use. Some of the busier patterns maybe are a little bit too much, but I think that is all on your taste too, right? So again, keeping in mind directional. Okay, so now this is what we have, right? And they're like, this paper's a little loud. What am I doing here? Okay, so this is what I was thinking on this one. Deckled circle. Okay, and then I went ahead and I die cut these already because, again, my die cutting machine is out yonder. And so what this is kind of doing is just kind of adding, obviously a little bit of element, but it's also kind of covering up some of those meeting points. Okay, and then if I had my embellishments close, which I do not have the embellishments I want here. So not the ones I wanted. Okay, so my embellishments are not here. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Christmas Classics stamp that we did use at the soiree, and I'm going to use Deck the Halls on this one. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll use Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Maybe I'll use Tidings of Comfort and Joy, because I have not used that one much. Now, I went to go use my green ink pad to stamp these, and my ink pad is dry. So it's obviously the temperature in this room, which is so frustrating because I don't know anymore what to set the temperature to. Sometimes it feels very warm in here and sometimes it feels very cold. So I'm going to use Old Olive is what I'm going to use, because Old Olive is one of the other colors that is in here. And I'm going to move these out of the way. Do I want to use Old Olive? I feel like I want a color that's going to pop. So before I stamp these, does anybody have a suggestion on what ink color I should use? Because if I look at the papers, I have Pretty Peacock, Garden Green, Old Olive. This might be Boho Blue. Is that Boho Blue? Kind of looks like Boho Blue. Okay, so, but I want a color that's going to pop. So any suggestions? I know it takes a second for you guys to get caught up to me talking, so I'm curious to see what colors. Red. Okay, that's actually funny, Paula, because that's actually where I was headed, was to go red. I like red. I like that idea. Okay, so now here, decisions, my friends. Do we want Sweet Sorbet red or real red? Lynn says red too. I think real red. My real red should be nice and juicy. Let's go real red. Okay, I'm going to take these off for a second because I want to stamp them. Cherry Cobbler. I would definitely do Cherry Cobbler. My Cherry Cobbler has sprouted legs and walked away. Oh, actually, no, it hasn't. It's right here. I lied. It just doesn't have a sticker on it. Cherry Cobbler, real red. Gold. Gold. Real red, red, Cherry Cobbler, real red, gold. Okay, let's go real red and see what happens. Oh, we could do them all different, you know that, right? I don't have to do these all the same. Just want to make sure my ink pad is actually juicy because, like I said, I think things are working and then I go stamp them and they're not. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go to the box. I'm not going to do them all the same. I'm going to do them all in red, but actually, no. I'm going to do one in Wild Wheat. I know Lynn loves Wild Wheat, so I'm going to do one in Wild Wheat. I'm going to do a one in Cherry Cobbler because those are the other two suggestions that we had. So let's try them. And I'm going to do one with Deck the Halls. And one with Peace on Earth. What do you think? Because you know what? I'm not limited to just these. Hi, Shirley. Oops, sorry, I just hit my camera. Oh, boy. Let's bring you back. Here you go. Embossing powder. Yes. If I had my embossing stuff close by. Do we want to do some embossing? See, the real red and Cherry Cobbler actually look very, very similar. Okay. Let's try doing, oh, can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. Let's try doing one embossed. So if you were in my technique class or club, we are doing heat embossing this month. So that's going to be our technique this month. So you're going to make some cards. Okay, I have to get my embossing powder. The sprigs would have looked great embossed as well. You're right. They absolutely, you know what? They would have looked amazing embossed. Let me grab my embossing powder. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Hang on. Bear with me. Because I just realized I'm missing one of my embossing colors is not in my pouch. I have gray, or like silver, and I have copper. Where is my gold? Where is my gold? This is gold, but this is a single gold, and I wanted I have a gold that's part of this pack. Friends. Okay. We're going to be very special tonight. All right. So let me get these out of the way. So I need to know, what color am I embossing? Does anybody have any suggestions? I have white, I have black, I have copper, I have silver, and I do have a gold here, which I'm not sure why this one is separate, but. And I'm just going to get my heat gun plugged in. Well, all my friends are deciding what color. Oh, I need so many things I need, and I keep forgetting. Copper, copper, copper. Okay, I love that you guys are on the same page. Lynn and Paula, I swear you two are sharing a brain tonight. Okay, copper it is. Actually, I'm so excited to do this in copper. All right, so this is what we call an embossing buddy, friends. This has been, this is like the original. Like, I've had this, I kid you not, probably since like my first year crafting, okay? You can purchase this, I think, now in the book. Anyway, this removes the dust, okay? If you don't have this, an old dryer sheet will work. It does not work amazing, but it does work. And then you need Versamark, which is clear watermark ink. So I'm going to just clean the back of my stamp here for just a quick second, because it's not very sticky. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do this one and Deck the Halls. Okay. So Deck the Halls. This is clear. So you probably will not see much on camera with this one. Okay. I can see it here. I don't know if you can see it, but so Deck the Halls, copper. So I'm going to put my deckled circle into my tray. I'm going to open my copper. My phone's going cuckoo here. I'm dumping the copper on. And I like to flick. Oh, maybe I did not use the right embossing, or the right Okay, so for some reason, I'm thinking my Versamark is dry because my embossing powder is not sticking to it. Or I didn't push hard enough. That's always a possibility too. Isn't that interesting? Okay, well, let's try this anyway. I'm going to put this here. I think my embossing, my Versamark is dry. Okay, so it's going to get noisy here for just a second, but you should see this change from a powder or a powder to a liquid, okay? Here's hoping I don't blow a breaker. Okay, ready? She has her AirPods in, Tracy. Do you see that changing? This gets super hot. But once it starts to go, you can see it go. So I'm just turning it. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, so I had tweezers actually at one point for this. Ooh, I just tweaked my back. Okay, so when you're doing this, make sure A, your embossing powder is covered, and B, throw something at her. I should actually. She's making me Christmas cards, so I'm not gonna make her too angry. So number one, always make sure your embossing powder is far away from your heat tool, and B, always make sure that it is covered. Okay. So I'm gonna pop that up. Obviously, I do like it with a copper. I think this might be my favorite one. Okay, so let's go ahead. I put some dimensional someplace super duper safe before I went on video. Here they are. Okay, good, because I was like, I don't remember where I put them. Okay, I have a sheet here. This is the one I was going to pull up. I'm losing my voice today. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to put this one about here. I'm going to put this one about here. Ooh. And of course, I can put these things anywhere. And I'm going to put this one and this one. I like the copper. I do. So now the other thing, I almost thought I glued that the wrong way. The other thing that we could do, if I was really on the ball, but like not today, friends. So if I wanted to, I stamped this in red. I could actually stamp over it again in Versamark, and then I could put clear embossing powder over it. Ooh, how cool would that be? You're not getting that tonight though, sorry. That's where your Stamparatus would have come in super duper handy. So I'm gonna actually put this here. I'm gonna put this one here. Put this one here. And this one here. Okay. So now I could actually bring in the red rhinestones from last year, if anybody has any of those kicking around, and actually add that bling on there, right? Because that would dress that up. Because my embellishments are out in the other room. So this one and this one. So how many are crafting along with me? It's been a while since I actually did a mystery. Festive pearls have red. Yes, festive pearls have red, Tracy. But you know what I don't have? Oh, maybe. Hang on. Wait. Let me look at my box of... Oh, here they are. Are these festive pearls? Those? Those there? Linda's crafting with me. Oops. I'm making mine, but behind. It's okay. Me. Okay, perfect. It's okay that you're behind. There's no really behind, because I'm going to go ahead and do another set too. So you work at your pace. And I'm excited to kind of see. Ooh. Come on, let go. I squeezed my tip here. I probably shouldn't have. I probably should just let it be. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put them on here. So I want to see what you've done with yours. Okay, this is, I squeezed this and I should not have. Okay, I'm not going to do all of them because that's kind of boring watching me do that. Oh, Chris said, nope, not crafting. Just watching. Nope, just got home. Grandkids just left, finally sitting down. So hope not crafting. Just breathing. Oh, yes, I know that feeling. Okay, perfect. So whether you're watching, whether you're making, I'm excited to see what you think. Okay, I'm going to put those back in there. Okay. So I'm going to show you. So these are the ones we just made together. I love this one, by the way. Great choice on the copper, friends. Great choice. Okay, so now I have to put my embossing powder away first before I do anything. Because if I don't, we are going to end up with a disaster. So give me 3 seconds. So I just pulled the plug out of my tray. Can you see that? Okay. And I'm just going to tap this and it comes right out. And if you can't get it out, it's because your plug's still in. And then I use my brush. Again, this is my original tray. I had an extra large one too, came with this years ago. And I think I lent it to one of my sisters and I never got it back. So. Okay. Now, put that in, put that in. And very carefully put your lid back on. Oh, Belva's knitting. Knitting would seem so relaxing to me. I just could not. I'd lose track too quickly. And I'd have no idea what I was doing. I can't multitask. Okay, so let me put these over here for a second. I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to show you the ones that I did on Friday. They're not done, but I want to show you the difference. And then we're going to do one of the 6x6s together. Okay, because this is a great option to do with the 6x6s. Okay, so this is what the ones I did on Friday. Okay, let me move these out of the way. So see how different. Oh, I guess this one actually has to go this way. Sorry. You can see how different these are. So I still have to put the labels on them and decorate them, put them on the card bases, that kind of thing. But you can see how incredibly different they look, but it's exact same card, which is so super cool. Okay, so let's do a 6x6 together. And I'm going to use the polar bears. Okay, so let me just get my stuff together. I've got a very, very small space I'm working on tonight because trying to get ready for the vendor event, my space is like, oh, needs an overhaul. Okay, so what paper am I using? So this is that online exclusive paper. That is actually this paper. Okay, so now if the card that I saw didn't have this tree, it had a fox on it, the one with the fox. So if you're using it as directional paper or with a scene, you just really want to be cautious as to where your cuts go, right? Because you don't want to cut your house right in half. So you probably want to do your cut about there, let's say, right? But I'm not going to use the scenes at all. I'm just going to flip them over and I'm going to use the generic back sides, okay? So this is 6x6. So I know my base is 5.5 by 4 1/4, right? So then I know my next layer is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. So this one I'm going to cut at 3 3/4. Just want to make sure that's, actually, let's do the 5 part first. So then this one will be 5. Okay, so you can hang on to that, by 3 3/4. Just make sure all your papers are there. Okay, now what are you going to do with these? Right? You're thinking, well, what am I going to do with these? Well, how about we use these on our envelopes, inside the card, the flap of the card, the side of the envelope. There's lots we can do with that. Okay, so here we have our 3 pieces. So here's my 3 pieces here. So again, I'm not worrying about the seam on the other side. So if I turn around and do this one like that, and then let's cut this one. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. So the straight side is up at the top, just so that I'm making sure that I'm cutting straight-ish. Okay, move this out of the way. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, same concept. So for this one, I'm going to use Mossy Meadow as my base, because that is this color here. And then I'm going to use Real Red as my next layer. So I have to score my bases because I have not done that. So how many of you are enjoying this this style of a card? Or are you like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen? I don't like it, and I'll never make it. Is anybody confused by this theory? Good so far. Perfect. I like it. Okay, good. It's just a totally different take, right? Okay, so that's going to be my extra. All right, so now if I bring in my red, so I'm using Real Red. I'm going to move these out of the way here for a second. Okay. Oh, sorry, I have extra reds. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Red. Great so far. Perfect. Okay, so this one. So you're going to post your pictures because we're going to draw prizes. We're going back to doing prizes, friends. I have missed doing prizes. So we are going back to doing prizes. I have so much stuff here I need to give away. So you, my friends, can help me with that. Look at that. Oh, how about I move it up so you can actually see it? Tried, may need to watch again. It is, honestly, I was so intimidated by this. I was like, I don't get it. What? I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very, very confused. And I thought it was much more. What was that one we did a couple weeks back? Well, quite a while back now. It was the same thing. It seemed really, really hard. And then when we actually did it, it was so easy. This is one of those. And I love the fact that you can just mix and match this and just, it's like free licensing to just do whatever you want. Different angles. So if you're one of those that likes everything lined up and like a perfect angles and straight and all that stuff, this maybe is not the technique for you. But sometimes, you know, like you might have a piece of paper that you've cut wrong and you're like, oh, well, now you don't have to waste that paper, right? Now you can actually use that paper to do this. And you can pump out a ton of cards. So because I'm not because I don't have a pattern, I can actually do these. I can do these portrait or landscaped, right? So I'm not actually stuck to one specific format, which is nice. Whereas if I had done this one, I would have to do it that way. So keep that in mind. Okay, here we go. And maybe it works easier if you start on one end. So maybe this one's maybe not the best because there's two reds and a green, but I just wanted to use a paper I haven't used in a long time. And I might just have a few packages of this paper kicking around. So we're going to have you post pictures, because I can't wait to see what angles and how you finished your cards. Is this not cool? I'm loving this. So here's two already, right? Or I could do them like this, which maybe I'll do these ones landscape because I can. Ugh, come on, fingers. Okay, so now this one, go this way. I'm hoping, if my week goes decently well, I'm hoping to do some videos or go live this week on some cool gift giving type things and packaging ideas for the holidays. So this will be different than my bag or my tags, gift card holders, and box class. Because I know there's some of you out there that like to give handmade everything, including like bags and boxes and treat bags and treat containers. Okay, here we go. So let's bring in my card base. So I could do this, right? So I'm going to go ahead. I'll glue these down. That way at least I've got them down. And I'm going to do these ones with the polar bears. I might just be a wee bit obsessed with the polar bear. And I'm just going to tell you that if you want the polar bear, I would strongly suggest you get it now. If you want the polar bear paper, I might strongly suggest that you get that now as well. So you'll see here on this one, I'm putting this piece along the bottom. On this one, I'm going to put this piece along the top. So you see how just by switching the direction of your card, you're going to get a different look. So I know the polar bears should probably be in blues, but I love the polar bears. And I tell you this with love, that you need to get the polar bears if they're on your list. They may have to head back to the North Pole shortly. Just a hint. Okay, so don't forget about the sale coming up starting tomorrow until the 16th. And if you have not signed up for one of my classes, well, I guess the only class left to sign up for is the tags, gift card holder, and box class. Okay, so this one I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do this as a portrait card. So this one we'll do as a portrait. Ugh, my fingers are not working. This one we can do as a landscaped card. And this one we will do as a landscape card. Okay? Okay, let's do this. I'm going to stamp. I might. I'm thinking. I'm thinking, ouch, that could hurt. I'm thinking. I might do the tree. I'm going to fussy cut the tree. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp the polar bear in my black. Just good old black. Maybe. Where's my black right here? Oh, yes, Bev. So, thank you. So, there is a card making fundraiser happening December 2nd. Bev, correct me if I'm screwing up any of these dates because I have so many dates in my head right now. December 2nd at Grace United Church in Sarnia. We're going to make 10 cards, 5 designs, 2 of each. And it's $40. And $10 is getting donated back to Grace United Church. Okay, so you need to register for that. I'm actually going to post that fundraiser here. I'm not sure why I have not done that. That was incredibly silly of me. So if anybody would like to join us for that, we would absolutely love to have you, because it is going to be a super fun time. Cards will be different than the soiree. So if you attended the soiree, don't let that deter you. They will be Christmas and winter cards. So Lynn, you and I were having that conversation, and it didn't even dawn on me to tell you about that one. Okay, so do I want to emboss this? What are we thinking? Do we want to emboss this? What I want to do is I want to use this tree. See this tree? I'm thinking it'd be super cute to do the tree. And like, do the tree here. So maybe I won't do the polar bear and the tree. Maybe I'll just do the tree. But I have to fussy cut it, which is yuck. And there'll be Girl Guide cookies, so that's not a reason to go. Everybody loves Girl Guide cookies. At our house, we go through a lot of Girl Guide cookies. I am looking for my Mossy Meadow. Okay, I'm getting into a bad habit of not putting my stickers on my ink pads. That's not good. Okay, so Mossy Meadow. So yes, so if you're interested in that, I will post the link as well for you to register. And the reason I need you to register is so that I have cardstock cut. But it's kind of like a Stamp-A-Stack type of idea, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's an afternoon. So let me make sure I have everything inked up here. So yeah, so it's going to be amazing. So if you think you are interested, I will post the link. And if I forget, please somebody poke me and say, Cindy, you said you were going to post this and you forgot. Because Cindy's brain these days seems to be a little bit mushy. I was on vacation last week, and I actually had to go back to work to relax. How funny is that? Okay, I'm just going to fussy cut this super quick. Have we decided if we are we embossing our sentiment on this? And if we are, what color? While I'm fussy cutting my tree. This is the one thing I wish this one had come with a die set, because I think this would be super cute. Die cut. It's not a hard one to cut, honestly, but just sometimes I get lazy. Okay, there we go. So this is what I'm thinking, something like that with the sentiment. Oh, that would be cute. I feel like copper again is like the color. So I was going to stamp it Christmas is Better Together. And then I could put some red jewels on there. How cute would that be? I feel like copper would be nice. Where are my color friends? Somebody must have a suggestion for me. Anybody out there? Very cute. Thanks. I feel like it needs a stem though, or a trunk. I want to try my Versamark again because I'm thinking it's dry. Okay, let's do copper. I'm going to make the executive decision and we're going to go with copper. Okay. Where's my embossing buddy? Focus, focus. Here we are. Red with clear embossing over. Yes, Laren, that's a fantastic idea. However, I don't trust myself to line that up, and I don't have a Stamparatus near me. I'm starting to think I need to start doing my stamping in the other room, because all my supplies seem to be in the other room right now. Gold. Lynn says gold. Gold would be pretty too, though. Okay, let me see. I wonder if it's like the embossing powder or is it the Versamark. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one in gold. Is this really gold? Yeah, okay. Not even opened. That's odd. I have like 100 golds. I don't know why I have one that's not opened. Hope that wasn't supposed to be for somebody. Okay, this one actually... Interesting. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm losing my voice. Oops, daisies. Okay, here we go. We're going to heat this baby up. Ready? Takes a second to get it going, but once it goes, it just goes. Can you see that? So the really tricky part is making sure that you don't overheat it, but you heat it up, if that makes sense. Just burnt my finger. All right. I think I got that all. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. And that there. What do you think? Cute? So the gold embossing powder, I believe, Linda, now comes in the 3-pack. It comes with the metallics. So it comes copper, silver, and gold. I'm pretty sure all together. Which is pretty cool because then you get all 3 instead of having to buy them individually. Oh, I feel like that's not... it is? Okay. I can still feel traces of embossing powder. That's kind of what's throwing me for a loop here. Okay. My desk is a disaster. Okay. So there's that one. Oh, you have the copper and silver already? because I think at one point they did sell them individually, didn't they? Okay, so these are no longer available, I'm pretty sure, but I'm going to use them anyway. Because I think we all have something that we have from years past. These are the red gems that we had last year, maybe 2 years ago. I don't remember. But I love them. They're awesome. They're like my favorite for Christmas time. Okay. There you go. So that's 1. 2. We can do this one like this. Oh, let's put it on the right way. Like this. And then we can use the polar bear on this one. And this one we can say warm wishes. Warm winter wishes, or winter wishes, or what does it say? It says warm wishes. Actually, you know what? Maybe this one should say Merry Christmas, because hang on. I'm going to do this one. Oh, it doesn't fit. Okay, never mind. We're going to go this way. Do you see the struggle that happens in my head already? It's kind of craziness. Okay. Warm wishes. And then we'll put Mr. Polar Bear. Okay. I'm just looking for another block. I'm going through blocks like no tomorrow tonight. Okay, what color am I going to do my warm wishes in? Do we want to do this one in Mossy Meadow? Or do we want to do it in a totally different color? I'm going to put my gold away. Anybody? I see something. Red. Okay. So if you don't have this tray, you can use things like a coffee filter too. If you don't have this. Mossy Meadow, red. Where's my lid? Okay, let's do this one in Mossy Meadow, and then we'll do the next one in red. Does that sound fair? Okay. And the reason I say that is because there's a spot here that I think the Mossy Meadow will cover up nicely. Okay. Warm wishes. I won't bother putting that up there. Where's my card? Right here. What do we think? Like that? I feel like it needs something. I'll tell you what it needs. I'm going to tell you what it needs. It needs a couple of snowflakes in Bobby Blue. Okay, there. Come on. Dimensionals. Dimensionals. Whoever invented dimensionals, it was like brilliant. with a capital B. Brilliant. Okay, Mr. Polar Bear. What do you think? Put some of the small snowflakes on it. See, you read my mind. You read my mind. Okay, last one. Ooh, I'm like really hot. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay, I have to clean this. Oh boy, stuff is falling here. Stuff is falling. I don't think Maya's crafting anymore. I think she gave up. Okay, let's do this in real red. Okay, hang on. Whoop. Okay. Y'all still with me? I lose you. Sometimes you never know. I could be having this whole crafting party all by myself, sitting here talking to myself, thinking there's people out there and there's nobody out there except for me, myself, and I. Has that ever happened to anybody? You're talking to somebody, you think they're there and they're not there? Yeah. That happened to Maya the other day in Giant Tiger. She was talking to me thinking I was there and I was not there. Still. Lynn said still. Okay, this one's super simple, but like how cute is this? Crafting my cards and watching. Trying to keep up. Well, I'm sure you guys are putting a lot more effort into yours than I am into mine. Because I'm very limited as to my supplies close at hand. Because half of my stuff is out in the living room. This one needs some bling bling. Okay. Let me get this stuff out of here. I can't even function. There's like no room to move in. What you see right here in camera is literally the space that I have to work on right now. So, everything else around me is completely, like, piled. Okay. Oh, I need to do that. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, my phone is going cuckoo. There. All right. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Okay, so let's look at these three. Cute. Cute, cute, and cute. Yeah? Okay. Cute, cute, and cute. What do you think? Right? So, you can see very quickly how incredibly different your cards are going to turn out. Right? So, 6 pieces of paper. Yeah, 6 pieces of paper, 6 different cards. Right? Exact same card. Exact same card. So, I can send these to 3 of my sisters. And guess what? They're all going to think they got a different card. But I just worked smarter, not harder. It is an incredible way to use up the paper. It is. And so simple. So just the bottom is easy and then you just change it up, right? And of course, you don't have to do what I did. I kind of kept with the polar bears and then I kept with the what is this one called? Seasonal Christmas classics, right? But you don't have to do that, right? Mix and match. You have lots of stuff to be using. And you want to use up your paper because it goes on sale again starting tomorrow. So you want to make sure that you're using up the paper that you have before you buy more. So there's those. And if you don't want to do holiday cards, you don't have to. You can do birthday cards. You can do sympathy cards. You can do thinking of you cards. Use your paper. Use your paper. It's there. So now, okay, so hang on. Okay, I haven't finished this. But if I wanted to, I could just trim this down, right? Where's my... I have a stack of white paper sitting here beside me that I cut for my cards. So this would go here, right? And then what if I ran this here? So this is off my 6x6 paper, right? The sale starts at, I think it is midnight, Lynn. Good question, though. I'll confirm, but I think it is midnight. So these can go here, it could go here, it can go in your envelope, it can go, like, wherever you want it to go, okay? So you can definitely do this with 6x6 paper as well, okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed those. I absolutely love crafting with you. So I am going to try my darndest to see if I can slip in, oh, Bev is saying PST, so that's Pacific Standard Time. I am going to try to sneak in another crafting video with you this week. I'm not going to make any promises, but I am going to try because I have a few custom orders that I need to get done, and I think it would be awesome if I showed you what I'm doing. So if you were at the vendor event this weekend and stopped by my booth and saw some of the stuff that I had going on, maybe we will take some of those items and I will show you how I made those. So then that way, when it comes time for making your Christmas gifts, or even, it doesn't even have to be Christmas, it could just be a gift you need for somebody, like your paper boy or girl, your post person, anybody, so you're out for breakfast, the waiter, waitress, whatever, anybody that you come across that has done something nice for you, you can hand them a little treat. I think they'd really like that. So, yeah, so we will see if we can book that in this week sometime. Fingers crossed. Not sure how that's going to go. But if you have any questions about the sale, let me know. I will post the fundraising event here tonight. Hopefully as soon as I'm done this video. If not, as soon as I get home. And yeah, I hope you guys can join us for that because that's going to be super fun. If you would like a kit to go on that, if you're at a distance, I would be more than happy to do a video for you and then send those kits to you as well. Okay? So it's a great cause. It's a great, it's going to be a great afternoon. So hope you can join us. All right. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.